They say that early birds catch the worm, but I disagree because
night owls catch the mice. What makes someone an early bird or a night owl is due to our body's internal clock called the circadian rhythm.
circadian rhythm is a natural internal process that regulates the sleep-wake cycle and repeats every 24 hours.
It also affects our body temperature, wakefulness, and hormonal changes. You've likely noticed that you feel more alert during certain parts of the day and have lower energy at others.
This pattern has to do with your chronotype or personal circadian rhythm.
Most of the time, people fall in one of the two chronotypes, larks and night owls. If you find it easy to wake up in the morning and feel like you have the most energy earlier in the day, you're a morning person or a lark.
Research suggests that an early bird's body clock may run slightly faster than 24 hours. If you're a night owl like me, your body clock runs slower than 24 hours.
This means you'll find it hard to wake up in the morning and you have the most energy later in the day.
Your chronotype isn't set in stone though. Circadian rhythm naturally changes as you age.
For example, the body clock naturally shifts during adolescence, making teens go to bed later and sleep longer.
The regulator of our circadian rhythm can be found in an area of the forebrain called the hypothalamus,
which is this green part right here. The hypothalamus coordinates the release of hormones that control body temperature, thirst, hunger, and sleep.
In the hypothalamus, we can find a group of nerve cells that are the dictators of our circadian rhythm.
The suprachiasmatic nucleus.
Just call it SCN.
Light travels from the retina to the SCN through a path called the retinal-hypothalamic tract. High-intensity light, such as sunlight, signals the cells in the SCN to produce two proteins, clock and BMEL1. Clock and BMEL1 promote the expression of the genes period or per in cryptochrome or cry, which activates pathways controlling metabolism, sleep, and activity level. During the day, the protein products of the per and cry genes accumulate in the cytoplasm. As the day comes to an end, there is an overaccumulation of per and cry proteins, causing them to take up the spaces of the enzyme receptors.
The enzyme receptors act like a catalyst for producing proteins. So you could think of enzyme receptors like the Mentos in the classic Mentos and Coke experiment. So when there are no more spaces for the enzyme receptors, it shuts down the production of the per and cry proteins, and in turn slows down the metabolic activity and prepares our body for sleep.
Your circadian rhythm is like an orchestra, with the SCN as the conductor. Usually, your orchestra plays in sync, but small changes can upset your circadian rhythm orchestra, making it chaotic. An example of this is travel.
When you pass through time zones, your body tries to function like the time it is back at your home, which causes jet lag.
The more time zones you pass through, the more off you may feel.
Your body clock will eventually reset to the new time that you're in, but it may take up to a few days or even a few weeks if the time zones are really different.
Screen time. Any amount of light signals your brain that it is time to be up and alert, even the blue light from your screen devices. To get a good night's sleep, try to unplug from those devices 2 hours before your bedtime.
Understanding circadian rhythms may help researchers improve treatments for jet lag, sleep disorders, depression, and even cancer. For instance, when researchers measured the levels of DNA repair cells at various times of the day in mice, they found that the repair cells were mostly active in the afternoon and evening. Therefore, the cancer drug may be more effective if it's given earlier in the day when the body is less active in repairing damaged cells, because that will allow time for the drug to work properly, and once it's later in the day, it will help the body repair cells. That's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you learned something new. Don't forget to drop a like and smash that subscribe button if you enjoyed the video. See you next time!